Hey guys, Jimmy Bremner, the return of Dexter, the dog-faced boy, CTOA Urban Trail on the 416. And today I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk about shelter for the most part. When I started out on the walk today, the sun was out, it was fairly warm, I had to strip off a layer, but now I've got to put those layers back on, right? So that said, if you want to make like an expedient, field expedient shelter, Mother Nature does a lot of that work for you. You just have to have a keen eye to spot it. And right behind me here, you can see there's a dugout that's been created by Mother Nature, by a tree going over, and the root ball is up there, and there's a bit of a sort of a parabolic shape there. Without too much work with my 50-gallon drum liner, I can waterproof that and get ready for the evening. I do have a space blanket, of course. You get all of those things with you. And if you have a small, like an SOL bivvy, you wouldn't be too uncomfortable in there at night. Of course, you'd have a small fire. And if you had some painter's tarp, the plastic, you make a super shelter out of it. I believe I showed that maybe last summer. But that said, the problem with this shelter is it's on a floodplain. Okay, so you have to be pretty sure that you don't have weather coming in and the water's not going to rise up. Okay. A few nights ago, here in the 416, we had like a really brief hailstorm. But I mean, the trees were like full value wind, and actually our ingress into this spot, a lot of large trees have come down, and I've got to find another way to get in here now. And as I said before, when you're setting camp, you want to be, it's the W's, right? Widowmakers, look up, right? It's anything dead that's going to fall. And now that those, like I said, those trees have gone down, there's other big limbs that have not fallen yet. You have to be situationally aware when you're in the bush, and use these more than anything, because you'll hear a tree creaking, right? Train's going by now, sorry. But you'll hear that, right? And then it's time to look for cover, look up, and get out of the way, because these things will kill you dead. They weigh thousands and thousands of pounds, and where we are, these are all willows, and would imagine, I'm just looking off to this way, this tree's got to be at least 200 years old, right? But again, it's starting to die, and not a good place to set camp, right? So, widowmakers, right? Proximity to water to drink, disinfect, water, to bathe. Proximity to that, but you don't want to be so close like here, because again, floodplain, right? That water's going to rise, and then you're in a bad way. Getting wet is the worst thing ever. Once you get wet, man, it's a miserable experience. So that said, wigglers this time of year, we don't have to worry about the creepy crawlies, right? So you've got your widowmakers, your water, your wigglers, and then prevailing wind. Okay, here we're in a very deep ravine here, so the wind is not really a concern. But if you're at a more elevated place, and never camp on a ridge line, okay, because that's where the wind is, very, very, very strong. And if you have, again, Dexter's looking at something here, dead or old trees, those limbs are going to come down at that time. So where we are right now, there's some deer sign down here. Looks like a big buck. Some big prints here, and then obviously they're gathering water at this position here. Saw a fox last night, and so keep watching. Like I say, you don't have to have a cottage. You just got to get out in the Don Valley, and it's amazing. I've seen, with the exception of a bear, I've seen more wildlife here than I have seen as a kid growing up, in Algonquin Park, Northern Ontario. It's crazy, right? There's a screech owl that I'm trying to get a picture of, but you hear them every night. So that said, next video is going to be winter vehicle loadout. Okay, so what do you put in your vehicle, to make sure you can get through those, bad snow days. And again, with all due respect to my American buddies, you're just not prepared for snow, right? And there's actually like 4 different kinds of snow and ice. And up here, you're going to leave for work, right? It's going to take you 30 minutes at least to clean your vehicle off from that snow, right? And then you got to have your fluids up, your battery's got to be 100%, and then you need that redundancy, right? A jump pack, your cables, your oil, your water, your wiper fluid. That all has to be in there, and then other things like, what if you're stuck, on the highway for a day or so? What do you have in your vehicle that can help you get by, right? So either Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday, we'll go to one of our other favorite spots that I do videos from on the Don Valley, and we'll do the vehicle winter loadout for you. So again, thanks for watching. It's Jimmy Bremner and Dexter the boy. He's 100% no fear coyotes. And thank you for watching all the time. Please subscribe, comment, the bell. Like I said, I'm just not good at this stuff. I'm going to make a sign that I put up to make sure all that happens, notifications. And please subscribe and share with a friend. So Jimmy Bremner, Dexter the boy, Urban Trail, and we're out.